Mr. Brunner.
Trustee, this is a very interesting and stimulating question, the debate between delegate and trustee, and it caused me to do a little research in the area here, and I was impressed with Edmund Burke when he talked about exercising your own judgment and the importance of a trustee to exercise judgment. Of course, that requires individuals to have life-changing experiences and a strong background and experience to bring to the table. And of course, it was a little bit humorous to learn that Edmund Burke lost the very next election, going from a delegate to a trustee position. But I thought it was interesting because what are the challenges of a trustee? And what special trust do you have? As a trustee, the real question to be asked is, who are you working for? You know, are you working for yourselves? Are you working for the voters? Or are you working for the special interest, the political party, the corporate sponsor, the aspect of earmarks that go in to that aspect of corporate sponsors? And so I zeroed in on the concept of focusing on exercising your own judgment. And I started with the last word, judgment. And I said, again, that's a lifetime of career experiences, established constitutional conservative principles, all of these things coming together. What is your experience in terms of actually working in the economy, in terms of creating jobs, creating opportunities? Are you a free enterprise veteran? All these life experiences help to weigh in on an individual's judgment on very complicated issues that come in. And back to own judgment. You know, not owned or beholding to a political party or establishment is absolutely critical. In terms of own judgment, not in with the big money interest, you know, the big money interest could be unions or big businesses. And when you drill down there, not being owned by any special interest, you know, whether it's government suppliers, and that ties into the problem with earmarks, or with trial lawyers, that ties into tort reform, or maybe personal financial interest, and this comes back into the area of insider trading, which Congress has attempted to solve in the most recent past. So these issues here are so critical, and that's why as voters, with the concept of a trustee, who are you going to put your trust into? Number one, what is their motivation to go to Washington, D.C., or fill any public office for that matter? And number two, what are those career experiences and backgrounds that they bring to Washington, D.C., so when those tough issues come into play, that they'll have that frame of reference to deal with that and be able to put mature judgment based on years of practical applied experience. Of course, John Stuart Mill also weighed in this issue of trustee, said, "A person whose desires and impulses are their own is said to have character." And that is absolutely critical. And especially in these very difficult and tough times, we have to look very carefully at those that we put in their sacred trust to go to Washington, D.C. to represent us, and they should represent us as trustees with the ability to exercise their own judgment.